beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess. I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, and I'm back to do your latest free general channeled timeless tarot message from the download series. So, for all of you who are new, welcome. We're glad we've aligned with you. For those of you who are returning, thank you for the growth on the channel. Thank you for holding it down for the new ones to come around. Okay. For everyone who's here, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. If you feel like this could be a reading, I highly suggest you get at least a personal TikTok before you act on anything that you hear here, because like I said, this is a general. All right. So, make your choices responsibly. Let your own intuition come into play, because this is what is important for you in every one of your days. We do what we do because we absolutely love and adore our brothers and sisters of humanity. So, with all that being said and done, let's get into these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right. So, y'all ready? I got some decks prepared. We're going to get into this download message today, and we're going to begin by pulling a postcard from Spirit, which is going to put a pretty bow on the whole message at the end of the session. So here we go. I want to adjust the lighting just a touch. All right, there we go. Here we go. What is the message from Spirit? What's the postcard from Spirit message of most importance? This is going to wrap up the whole thing we're about to talk about with a pretty bow on top. What is it? This is it. We're going to leave that on top of my mouse pad so I remember to read it at the end of the session. All right. Next up, let's pull a dominant energy. For this, we'll be using the Native Spirit Tarot. And thank you to the folks over at DeBry. They want to support the channel. So every time you purchase this with my discount code, the channel gets some financial support. And we could always use that. So what is the dominant energy on? Oh, shit. Temptation is here, honey. The devil is the dominant energy right now. There's a temptation here. Okay, the devil card. They want me to read this from their book. So let's see what the handy dandy guidebook has about the devil. Temptation. First off, before I get into the book, temptation, feeling compelled, feeling stuck. A connection that is so intense, but it leads to shadow experiences. It's so intense, but it leads to feeling stuck. It's so intense, but it never quite fully goes into the light. It's a dark experience. Okay, for someone, this has to do with addictions. Okay, addictions are coming up. For someone, this has to do with feeling cursed. That energy is coming up. For someone, this has to do with abuse of some sort. Okay, addictions is a form of abuse that's very self-abusive. But this abuse that I'm picking up on here has to do with external abuse. And I heard specifically physical abuse. So, if you're being physically abused, that's not okay. That's not okay. You're not nobody's punching bag. You never came here for that. So we'll see what comes out of the message and where this message turns. I just want to say that because some of that stuff is not going to be part of our main message today. We'll see what is. But before we do, let's get into the devil card from this deck. It says, the devil represents consequences we face as our choices become more and more significant the further into life we travel. The devil archetype is the 15th encounter for the fool, teaching us that we are responsible for our lives and our choices. If we make selfish choices that harm others, we will not enjoy the outcome. Oh, and I heard what you put out comes back to you. Make sure it's good. Okay. The symbolism. A horned figure takes his prisoners, a young maiden and warrior, to be slaves or converted to another culture. Upright, it's about self-interest, temptation, consequences, and choice. In reverse, it's about unwise choices, lust, wanton abandon, and manipulation. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what the devil card can be all about as well. So we'll see what comes out from that message today. From the Daily Care. Let's see what we have from the Daily Care, or Daily Calm. Excuse me. I keep calling the Daily Care. It's the Daily Calm. The book we received as a gift from my daughter. What is the message for today for the download? Ooh, Day 81, so 8 and 1, 8 is about power, 1 and about your personal choices, your independence, your leadership abilities, your can-do attitude. It says, love doesn't just sit there like a stone. It has to be made like bread, remade all the time, made anew. A quote from Ursula K. Le Guin. We have that quote on one side. And on the other side of the page, it says, day 82, so strength in duality, power in partnerships, power in duality, power in balance. Okay. The giving of love is an education in itself. A quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. So this is all about love today. Okay. And the effort that one makes, the efforts that are taken to create the energy of love comes in. And the fact that love and loving it with others is your path to spiritual awareness and self-evolution. So that's important here today. Let's see what we have from the P&Q Oracle, the grand design of my grandsons. What do we have as the image for today? Please and thank you. So yesterday, Quentin kept coming to me. He says, Grandma, you have to do your little readings. And I said, okay, baby. He says, Grandma, you have to do your little readings a little bit longer past. Grandma, you have to do your little readings. So I finally finished all the zodiac signs yesterday in the evening because Quentin was very adamant that I needed to finish it. So somebody really needed those messages at that time. Now, from the P&Q Oracle, interesting. This came out in the shadows last night. And we talked about a delivery showing up. It says, Mommy's truck driving to our house. Well, in Quentin's mind, this is Mommy's truck driving to our house. But the way it came up, it's like, this is some sort of support showing up. Somebody's receiving a gift, receiving a visitor. For someone, this is a delivery truck of some sort. Okay, something is coming to your house, and it feels really good. Okay, and then your house is showing up. First off, there's a smokestack, and we got smoke coming out of the smokestack. Interesting, because just this morning, I was guided to burn some shit up. Believe it or not, I'm going to have to replace my healing crystal reading cards. I had to burn them up. Somebody gave them to me. That situation turned out to be kind of dark from the person that gave them to me. And then I used them to read from someone and let that someone hold on to them for a while so they could reflect on the messages. And there was like this whole month-long ordeal that ensued behind that. Was told to burn them up. So there's something here about burning up something. You might have some kind of emotional attachment to. I really love that deck, but that's okay. It's replaceable. There are many crystal card decks. I'll get another one. I ain't worried about it. But at first, I ain't even gonna lie. I had to pull cards to make sure that I was being guided to burn it up. So you too could be guided to either literally, physically, or symbolically burn up something that you have, removing something from your experience because something is showing up. Something is about to show up. The other thing about this house is it's got a triangular shape. Triangle shape. The triangle gives me, first off, I'm now seeing the Star of David because as above, so below, and I'm seeing the triangle and it's reversed on top of itself, forming the Star of David. Okay. I also see with the number 3, the triangle giving the energy of creative power. Creative power. Oh my God, you have so much creative power, okay, in your own energy, in your house. Now, when we talk about the house in these readings, in these sessions, you know, I often will reflect upon your house as your physical vessel. So if your house is your physical vessel, you know, you have your kitchen where you're cooking stuff up. That might be your mind, I hear. But something significant about this house, okay, as relates to your vessel, a symbolism of your vessel. The closet is the deep subconscious part of the mind. Okay, so there's something there about that. Your room would be your intimate space. So that would be might be your heart. Okay, that might even be your heart. But the fact of the matter is, the way it's coming through is when your house is in disarray, it has a lot to say about your internal energy and your spirit. So if you're holding on to things in your house, the spirit told you to get the fuck rid of, what are you waiting for? Fuck what you think. What did God say? Coming out. I'm seeing the card that we wrote here from the Handmade Oracle. So we'll see if that comes out today. So something is on its way to your house. Were you guided to burn something up before it arrives to prepare space? Okay, were you guided to remove something from your experience to prepare space for what is showing up? Okay, first off, I love mommy. I love mommy. Quentin's mommy, I love her. That's my child. So there's something here about what you birthed is showing up at your house. Something is coming to you. You birthed it. You love it. You want it. Get rid of whatever in the fuck might be a problem or get in the way before it shows up. For some, this is ideas that you're holding on to. This is some sort of trauma you're holding on to. You need to get rid of it because what you birth, what you want, what you love is on its way to you. You need to have that space available when it shows up. You can't sit up here and have this enemy at the gates when what you created, what you want, what you love is coming there and you got an enemy in the way. That's going to block something here. So it's like removing the energy of blockages. We're going to go into the tea leaf fortune and pull out 3 cards that are factors in this experience for the download today. We have the angel. First card out is the angel. Let me have 2 more. 2 more, please. 1 more came out. And we have the pig. Oh, I'm seeing the story already. And we have, for our 3rd card, we have the hills. Okay. I'll show you those cards in a moment. The bottom of the deck is, do you remember when it was hot in September? Okay, so I heard love was changing our mind, pretender. Okay, well, we're dancing the night away. Okay, so maybe in September you were dancing with somebody, but there was some sort of pretending. There was some sort of faking going on there. Something like that goes back to September. Somebody was born in September in this experience for you. Remember, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, the choice is yours to make today and the consequences are yours to pay. So the angel is a factor in your experience. And we have spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Look at that. Didn't I just say I was guided to burn some shit up? It was a protection. And, ooh, this is big. This is big, some type of way. So I'm burning up all these cards, right? And I noticed 2 things that stayed. 2 things that stayed, and I had to remove them into the fire. They were halves of cards that didn't burn. So I had to pick them up and put them back in the fire to completely turn this into ash and follow my spiritually guided mission for the morning. And one of them, the first one I saw, it was the bottom half of the black tourmaline card, and it said protection. Protection. The other one was the top half of the red jasper card. Okay. And I heard that's healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries. Okay. I burnt up the book. I burnt up the box. I burnt up the cards. I burnt up everything. And it's interesting because healthy boundaries and protection were right there. So something here could be about maintaining your healthy boundaries and your spiritual protection. Okay. But there's an angel here. I feel like that is totally your energy, your vibe. But look, we have a pig. Beware of greed. There's somebody that's got their eye on you because of your energy, because of what you bring through. And I seen it immediately because look at the way it's looking. Here you are, an angel. You're manifesting in your hand something that you love, something that you're creating. It's coming to your house. It's coming and you're calling it in. But there's somebody watching. This dude right here needs to get the fuck out the way. That's what it is. You need to get the fuck out of the way. Now, is this pig? Is this an energetic connection by something you're holding on to? Is this a person that you're holding on to physically or energetically? Is this a belief that you're holding on to physically or energetically? I really pick up on it's a person in your environment or it's the residual energy from an experience with a person in your environment. Okay. The hills came out as a factor in our experience today, and it says obstacles to overcome. You will overcome the obstacles because this is showing up. Mommy is driving to our house. In other words, what you love and what you've created is showing up at your house. It's coming over. It's showing up. Let's see what we have for the download today from the Download Oracle. What you want to say? Thus as God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. Thank you for this beautiful energy. Here we go. It says, when we choose love, peace, and happiness, politics, ethnicity, and preferences don't matter. So there's this very rainbow energy. Everybody might not agree with your politics, okay? Everybody might not agree with every bit about you, but if there is real love, peace, and happiness, you can agree to disagree on certain things. For example, I don't take none of these government issued shots, but I have friends that do, and I don't have no problem. They have choice of what they want to do with their body, right? There's ones who do things a certain way and ones who do things another way. As long as that doesn't interfere with the love, peace, and happiness you share with this person, you're good. You know what I'm saying? You kind of let everybody make their own choices and do what the fuck makes them happy. You want to sleep around with different people every day? That's not my problem. How do you treat me? And how do I treat you? That's my problem. You don't want to sleep with nobody. That's not my problem. How do you treat me and how do I treat you? You like to put some powder up your nose. That's not my problem. How do you treat me and how do I treat you? Like, seriously, people have choices to make for their own consequences. Yeah, you could choose whatever you want. And interesting that this is a devil card because that's Capricorn and I'm talking about my daughter, right? My daughter is a Capricorn. So here's the energy of what I used to tell my daughter, baby, you can choose to do anything you want in this life. I always told her that since she was a little girl. I said, but you're going to understand something. Right now, if you make bad choices, when she was little, I said, Mommy going to have to pay for some of the shit that you choose if you choose the wrong thing. Mama's going to pay the consequences because you under 18. I said, but the day come when you become legally of age and all the choices you make, you will live the repercussions. So you could choose anything that you want, but you want to be careful about what you choose because you're going to pay the consequences at the end of the day. There are consequences for the choices you make. There are repercussions. There is fallout. There's residual energy. There's cause and effect. This choice causes that effect. Okay, so that energy is coming out. Whew. But with the devil on the table, whenever the devil comes on the table, you need to understand that there's something going on here and you can overcome it. And it says obstacles to overcome, doesn't it? So let's get the overall guidance for you from my creation, the words of clarity. Wow, how fitting is that? We have the decision. Yeah, now that we've come to the end of the road, which way are you gonna go? Gonna look at what's left, gonna look at what's right. Which way are you gonna go? Are you gonna look at what's left your life and follow that and be stuck in misery about something that's not here anymore? Or are you gonna look at what's right in your life? You can look at what's left your life or you can look at what's right in your life. Looking at what's left in your life will leave you with more stuff leaving. That's kind of how that works. And if you look at what's right in your home, I heard, or more grieving, with what's leaving and what's grieving, with more leaving and more grieving. Okay. Or you can look at what's right and you can see what's bright. Which way are you going to focus your energy here today? You have a decision to make. Familiar. For some of you, this is about family ties. For some of you, this is about a tie to something or someone that felt like family at some point in your past. All right. So, you ready to get into this tarot experience? I am. Today, we're going to use my spread that I created on my dad's birthday, November 24th, 2020. I created this tarot spread. It's called The New Day. So some of you want to use it, feel free to screenshot and use my spread. This is the spread we're going to use today. So let's see what we have. We're going to work with the Morgan Greer Tarot as our main deck for this tarot experience. It looks like we don't have any reversals in the deck, so Spirit will guide me on upright or reverse energies, okay, on the duality of the energies. Let's see what we have for the love and peace and happiness. Try here at this time. All right. So we're going to pull 5 cards. First card, what is the old way? What is the old day? Thank you. What do we need to release or stop at this time? Stop doing something. What is it? What is it that needs to be stopped or released? And then with that fire burning, that's totally an energy of release. Okay. What is it that needs to be stopped or released? Thank you. Here it is. And what is it we need to continue or keep up with? What do we need to continue and keep up with, please and thank you? All right, here it is. What do we need to embrace and start? It benefits us to embrace and start something different. What is that, please? What is it we are to embrace and start? It benefits us. Okay, and what's the new way and the new day? What is the new way and the new day? Thank you. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have a bonus card. When I get these little informational cards on the deck, they mean bonus. They mean that the energy beneath it is amplified. Okay. So The 8 of Swords. Did not talk about with this Devil card feeling stuck. So in your recent past, when it's at the bottom of the deck in all of my readings, this is like foundational. This is like where you're coming from. This is what led up to all of everything in this experience. Feeling freaking stuck is what led up to everything in this experience, okay? In the lower vibration, this is repeatedly telling yourself the same messed up story that doesn't allow your vibration to rise past that same messed up feeling. Okay, in the higher vibration, it is an intense focus. It's an intense focus where I have my idea, and I'm going to stay stuck to my idea. I'm not going to look at what's outside. I don't want to hear. All these other people are very fixed and firm in their ideas around me. I'm not going to focus there. I'm going to focus on what I know internally. They can't see it because it's inside of me, and the winds of change are blowing my hair way over here. And you know what? While these changes are happening in my life, I'm going to stay focused on my idea. So where are you? Have you been going round and round in your head about something that's left or leaving and leaving you grieving? Or are you focused on something that's light and bright, even though you got all this energy around you that could even be deceiving? Okay. So into our tarot spread, the old way and the old day, we have the 4 of Cups energy here. The 4 of Cups is about an opportunity that's available to you. In this deck, your eyes are fixed firmly on it because you are surrounded by lush greenery. I heard you're protected. You're protected naturally. You're born blessed, safe, and protected no matter where you are in your skin. And here you have an opportunity coming to you. Now, they're giving me something that they channeled through about this a long time ago, which was the way you accept this opportunity, your mentality about accepting this opportunity is going to be a large determiner about how it goes. Okay, so it's like, is this a beautiful opportunity for growth and for happiness, or is this something that you have to be careful of it because there might be some danger here, you could get hurt, stuff like that. Either way, whatever way you take this is how it's going to grow. So let's see what we have to clarify this 4 of Cups energy. Why is the 4 of Cups here in the old way, in the old day? Why is this 4 of Cups here? Clarify the 4 of Cups in the old way and the old day. You have an important decision coming up. It's going to help you overcome obstacles if you choose. Beware of greed. You don't want to be a greedy pig, and you don't need to entertain greedy pigs. Okay. Because there's this angel energy that's here. Spiritual guidance and protection from harm. We have the 7 of Wands. As our first clarifier, the 7 of Wands coming out with the moon. The 7 of Wands and the moon. Wow, the 7 of Wands saying, I'm going to persist. I'm going to keep moving forward with the moon, even though I don't know exactly what's coming my way. I'm going to continue moving forward. Okay, what else? The 3 of Wands and the Strength card. Okay, telling me that you, in the old day, it's like you might have felt weak. You might have felt like, I can't. It's so hard to continue persisting forward to get what I want. But you find your strength to overcome the devil. Keep moving forward to get what you're truly desiring in this experience. Okay, let's get something from the Handmade Oracles over this old way and old day. Clarifying the old way and the old day. Why is the 4 of Cups here in this position? Thank you. From the Feel series, it says, sometimes I confuse the attraction I feel for you and think that I am in love, but truly our connection is about friendship and empowerment. So somewhere in the past, maybe you were confused about a situation with the moon, but you persisted in it and you overcome some kind of temptation. Maybe you realize that somebody here is supposed to be your friend and not your lover. Let's go ahead and go for our first round of I Know Trivia. Clarifying, why is the 4 of Cups here, please and thank you. Who else uses trivia cards to channel messages for you guys? Isn't it fun? Do you love it? Okay. In the old way, in the old day, we have sushi. Sushi is coming up. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Channeling these messages through the trivia questions. Our first question is true or false. Bushido is a Japanese term for the master sushi chef. False. A master sushi chef is a shokunin. Bushido is a samurai code of honor. So there's something here about honor Okay, and there's something here about being a master. Honor and being a master. You want to honor a connection because you're trying to master up about identifying, is this connection, what is the purpose of this connection for me? Now, because we had this card last night, one of the things that came out in last night's message was you need to start asking, what's the reason and the season for this experience that I'm having? It's okay for you to ask those questions of spirit, and spirit will show you the reason and the season for these attractions that you're having. Okay, these attractions are callings of your soul. For some reason, there's a reason why it's here, but we want to be cautious not to misinterpret it. See, spirit feels like love. Spirit feels like love. So somebody comes into your experience and it feels like love because spirit is trying to get you to focus, pay attention. Okay. Want to give a shout out to Wanderer, our first commenter of the session. I see Braylon with us. I see Women Things, and I see HEA. So let's see what we have in our multiple choice question for the first round of our trivia. It says, which one of these condiments is not typically served with sushi? Is it fish sauce, pickled ginger, or wasabi? It is fish sauce that is not commonly served with sushi. So something here about, is it fishy to you? Is the situation fishy to you? Pay attention. Pay attention to those feelings is what I hear. What is nori? Is the open-ended question. What is nori? Nori is seaweed. It's the name for the thin sheets of seaweed often used to wrap sushi. In Korean, we say kim, almost like Kim, but kim. Okay. So seaweed is giving me the energy of sea being a body of water. That's emotions, right? But weed. So there's something here about this connection. It had a strong draw to it. It calls you in. Oh my God, I want it. There's a desire there, right? But what's the purpose of the connection? Because it looks like seaweed. In other words, the gunk and the mire at the bottom of your spirit that is causing some sort of attraction to an experience that's going to help enlighten you to what you need to, how to shift this energy, how to bring an end to the cycle, to something that's been going on in your own soul, maybe helping you to identify some of your own weaknesses, where you betraying yourself, where you're giving your power away. Something like this coming up in this experience is what I see. So that's the old way, though. That's what the old way was all about. The old way was all about understanding how to become more sensitive to the vibrations, what they're indicating for you, honoring and the connections that you have, and honoring the spirit that shows you when something is fishy. And if something is fishy and brings up weed or seaweed within your own spirit, and I hear my daughter say, "Yeah, sparkle blood." I love her. God, I love her. But if it's bringing up the gunk and the mire and the shit that's sitting in the bottom of your spirit that brings your energy down, because you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing something where the seaweed gets somebody like trapped. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gets tangled in the seaweed. So it's like, and then that feeling of being stuck, right? A feeling of being stuck coming out twice here in the past. Okay. So someone here in the old way, you kept getting stuck in emotional connections that were bringing you into a dark awareness of your dark side, awareness of your shadows, awareness of your own misgivings, misinterpretations, stuff like that, where you were misinterpreting the meaning of certain connections in your life. Wow. So in our second position, what you need to release and stop. Now, this card came out face down. All the other ones came out face up. And what do we have? The Three of Wands. Oh, shit. Okay, they said stop looking for things to get better. When you see what it is, you have to allow them, because this one is looking over there. So these opportunities come your way. And it's like, well, they'll change. They'll get better. I'll just wait and it'll get better. Or is it you have been extending your cup of love to somebody who's so bogged down in a growth period right now, bogged down in the seaweed? Oh my God, the greenery right there is giving me the seaweed. I'm telling you, somebody tangled up in the seaweed, in the emotions that are sitting at the bottom of the gunk of their soul. And just waiting for them to find their way out. Is this about you needing to stop waiting for them to figure it out? Stop waiting for them to change. Stop seeing, can I change them? Because that whole energy of control is coming up. Well, let's dig deeper and find out more. Please clarify. Thank you. The Three of Wands. First clarifier, we have the Eight of Cups. We have the King of Swords. We have the Sun. It came out in reverse. They said in reverse. Okay. And we have the Two of Cups. So listen, right now the bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles. So what you need to stop. You have a whole vision for your life. You have goals. You have things with that Queen of Pentacles energy. You've been working for building yourself up, creating a certain type of lifestyle. Like I said, there's something that you've created that you love that's on your way to you. You need to keep that space free and clear. So in regards to love, something is yet to be revealed. It's important for you to be diligent. And with the King of Swords, pay attention to the vibrations and the frequency when you're in the environment of others, okay? Because it feels like love, but you know that it's not always about love now. So being more investigative and diligent with doing your due diligence before you choose what you want with somebody. I'm hearing before you choose what you want with somebody with the Eight of Cups. This is before the Nine of Cups. This is before getting your wish fulfillment. So what you need to do for somebody here, this is about stop looking for an experience to change in somebody else. Stop holding yourself up to see, is somebody going to change their way? Because all that's happening is at the end of the day, you're not seeing the change. You're feeling the vibration. There's a reason you were brought to these different connections. Absolutely, yes. It's not always the reason you keep thinking it is. And so it's like, stop holding yourself up, waiting for something to happen that ain't happening here. Okay, because there is something here for you to move forward to. I'm hearing your love, the love that you're looking for ain't been revealed, okay, in this other. Okay, so what you're looking for is somebody who can love with a capacity like yours, okay? I'm hearing what you're looking for. You keep looking for love in all the wrong places, okay, something like that. So they're saying stop, just stop. From the signature series, this is so last year. Over it. Leave it in the past. Leave the past where it is, in the past. So stop looking back to the past, hoping that someone is going to change. That's what you need to stop. That just got super crystal clear. But let's go into our second round of trivia. Clarify the Three of Wands and what needs to stop here, please and thank you. And we have Robin Hood. Robin Hood is coming out. I see Sagittarius energy for someone that is a significance here. Was one of your parents a Sagittarius? Did something happen in Sagittarius season? All right, Robin Hood. Trivia. First question, true or false? The character of Robin Hood was created for the 1938 film The Adventures of Robin Hood. False. Tales of Robin Hood date back to the 15th century. The number 15 coming back again. What I know about Robin Hood before I move forward is, didn't he rob from the rich and give to the poor? So robbing from the rich to give to the poor. And then the law of attraction card comes through. You can't get poor enough to help poor people get wealthy. You can't get sick enough to make sick people healthy. Okay. Multiple choice. Which of these characters is not one of Robin's merry men? Was it Alan Quatermain? Was it Friar Tuck, or was it Little John? The one that was not one of Robin's merry men was Alan Quatermain. So what I'm getting here, when you look for somebody Quatermain, maybe they had a quarter of the qualities that are on your wish list of what your ideal partner would look like. See this truckload coming here to you? It contains everything that you need, everything that you created and you love, okay? Did you settle for a quarter of those things in connections? That idea is so fucking last year. Leave it alone. We're in a new year. It's 2022, bitches. Leave that shit in 2021, 2020, wherever you want. Just don't bring it over here because it can't come back. For some of you, there are 3 different ones you're going to have coming up in your experience. And if this is you, I heard you've been thinking about them. You've been wondering, I wonder if they're changed. I wonder if they're ready now. I wonder if they're any different now. I wonder if they're ready to treat me right. Some shit like that been going on in your head when you've been sitting up here stuck, feeling stuck, wondering if you missed the love of your life with one of these ones. Well, guess what? Because you've been so focused, you're going to have these three come back. And I heard for somebody, it's going to happen in 3 consecutive days, each with a different one of them, where they're going to try to come back into your energy. What you going to do? They said leave last year and last year. That shit is so last year. It is not this year. This is not the season for it. Their season is expired. Okay. Whew. Open-ended question. In which English country is Sherwood Forest located? In Nottinghamshire. Nottinghamshire. Something here about, nope, it's not him. No, nope, you don't get no ham. Somebody wants some of your booty. No, they don't get no ham. No, sir. That's what I'm hearing. It ain't on the card. Take it or leave it. It is up to you. Okay, keep on and continue. What you need to continue doing. The Ten of Swords, yeah, let them know that they ain't got no hope in hell. I heard let them know they ain't got no hope on a cold, frozen night outside. It's over. That's what you need to continue with. Stop waiting and looking for somebody to get better, to come in better. Stop pouring your positive energy over the shit that is so last year. What you need to continue to do is let go of the part of you that was connected to the seaweed that they were bringing into your life because it was keeping you entangled and stuck. Entanglements here, okay? Killing the entanglements. Dead that idea. No going back to the past. Why is the Ten of Swords here and what you need to continue, please and thank you. From my handmade tarot, we have the Four of Swords. Chill and heal. The Eight of Swords. Stuck in your head. The Two of Wands. Make a different decision. And the Lover's card. About these connections. Choose a connection that feels light, that feels like love. The Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. What you need to continue right now, you need to stay single. The Nine of Pentacles is our single person, our eligible bachelor, bachelorette. So you single and eligible. Don't look back to the past. Make a different decision in love. If you're going to make a decision to partner up with somebody, make sure that it brings you a light energy. See, the Lover's energy is an opposite of the devil energy in experience, where the devil is attracting to you a shadow mastery experience, teaching you how to master your shadows. The Lovers is attracting to you a light experience to teach you about connections that because the devil, I heard the devil is a connection you're going to have to let go of at some point, but the Lovers is a connection that has light in it. In other words, the both of you can learn and grow together, and this is actually something that can continue, okay? And this is what you need to continue to do. Dead anything that looks like you're going back into your past experience and continue your healing process. Stay focused on making new choices. Stay focused on doing things differently than you did in the past, okay? So that you can be free of that seaweed. So it don't get tangled and bog you down and drag you down and tangle you in the bottom of the sea. And the Ten of Swords, deading the situation. So let's get into the handmade oracles. Why is the Ten of Swords here and what you need to continue with? So you've been dead in these situations from your past. You've been making power moves that raise your vibration. The Lovers is connections that raise your vibration, where the devil is connections that lower your vibration. Yay. Choose connections that raise your vibration. Be resolute. Be decided. Let that be your final answer. From the signature series, where is your faith? What you need to continue. Where is your faith? Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. And then see that point in the circle? This is the size of a mustard seed, approximately. So, fuck this faith the size of a mustard seed. I got faith the size of a mountain. Okay, so you know I can move challenges and obstacles. And honey, we have obstacles to overcome as one of the factors here. What you need to continue to do, stand your ground. Be resolute. Don't switch. Don't be flip-flopping. Now ain't the time to go see about the other side of the coin. Don't worry about the other side of the grass. Keep watering your own grass. What do we have for our third round of trivia? Sorry, jumping ahead. We're on our third round of trivia. Clarify this Ten of Swords and what you need to continue doing for our third round of trivia. Please and thank you. We have a director. Director. Continue to direct the actions in your life. Continue to direct your choice in life deliberately, decisively, making those decisions. Continue to direct the flow of your life. Towards what? Love and peace and happiness. For somebody, maybe there's a familiar situation where they don't like your lifestyle, they don't like your politics, something like that. Maybe there's somebody here in your family, you're a different race than your family member. They don't like your ethnicity. They just need to get on with it. That's so last year. Okay. And anybody that still feels like gay bashing is a thing to do, whether that's verbally or physically, they full of shit and they need to get the fuck on too. Okay, because that shit is so last year. All right. What you need to continue with George Lucas are true or false. Lika? Who's Lika? I don't know about Lika. Okay, side point. Lika. Somebody gonna be leaking? Oh, okay. That's all I gotta say. True or false? Lucas directed all of the Star Wars films. That's false. Didn't know that. This Empire Strikes Back and Return of Jedi were directed by other people. Did not know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Interesting. So here you are directing the course of your life. In some situations, interesting. There's two from your past. Interesting, because I'm here and look at these two from your past. They're in the back, right? The two from your past that actually had a lot of direction in your life. This is why it's important for you now to stay sucker free and keep that space clear from these past energies so that you could get what this truck is bringing to your house. Because in the past, you started making moves and all this stuff. Well, the empire struck back. Okay, the dark empire struck back. This empire struck back. They brought something or someone into your life. The ego struck back. The shadow came back and reared its ugly head, and it changed your course. Okay, again, the Return of Jedi. Again, somebody here come in to your experience. Something or someone came into your experience and actually put more challenges and obstacles in front of you where you had given your power away. So here, deading all that is very important for you to continue, because who and what you accept into your life is going to influence your own energy. Is it raising your vibration or lowering your vibration? If it's lowering your vibration, it's keeping you at a distance from your own fulfillment. It's keeping that truck at bay. Okay? Interesting. The multiple choice. Lucas founded a special effects company in 1975. What is it called? Is it called Creature Effects, Industrial Light and Magic, or Tatooine Studios? It's called Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic. So what you need to continue to do, interesting, continue to take industrial light. So where you're shining your light and you're working on your light body and you're working on establishing these light-based connections with the lover's energy that are going to raise your vibration. You need to continue doing that. And you need to continue to have faith in your power, in your magic. Do you believe in magic coming through here for you? Where's your faith? Okay, something about the year 1975. I heard it was a good year. Something happened in 1975. Were you born? Was somebody else born? What happened in 1975? Well, let me tell you something else about 1975. 1 is the Magician card. Okay, a manifestor. 9, the Hermit card. You by yourself on this journey. 7, that is a Chariot card. But you went making moves and you advancing past what? 5, the challenges. There you go. So there's that. 1 plus 9 is 10. That's the Wheel of Fortune. 7 plus 5 is 12. That's the Hangman. So you've actually closed out in an old cycle. You're waiting on the new one to come in. There's a waiting period that is necessary, okay? You're whole in your physical experience. And what they want you to know is you're supported by 12, your ancestor energy. Okay, 10 and 12, 22. What year are we in, anybody? Is it 2022? Oh, yeah, huh? Continue to have faith in the magic of this beautiful 6th year. 2022 is the 6th year. This is about harmony and harmonizing connections. This year, where last year was a 5-year, and so many of us all kept choosing situations and experiences in love and family and work, whatever it was that brought up challenges for us, and friendships even, bringing up challenges and competition, and all it was training. I'm hearing endurance training, strength training, helping you to process the unprocessed muck and mire and the junk at the bottom of your seaweed, at the bottom of your spiritual tank. Okay, but in this 6 energy, where you were choosing challenge last year, this year, the choice of challenges last year is going to lead you, no, this year I just want, take it easy, take it easy. And it's like, don't let the wheels of your own head make you crazy. So, also continue. One of the special effects that you're not going to continue with, because it wasn't the answer here, was creature effects. So you're not going to let these external creatures, other people, decide what's going to happen in your life. Okay. Tattooing studios, it's not about tattoos. It's not about tattoos. So there's a song, I only want you kissing my tattoos. Okay, yeah, but here's the thing. You're not going to make these people like tattoos in your life. We talked yesterday about the energy of the tree and that little clip I had seen from Medea. And she said, what is the reason and the season for these people in your life? Are they the roots? Are they the trunk? Are they the branches? Or are they the leaves? The ones that come and go with the changing of every season. Okay. The open-ended question. Lucas's first major movie was THX 1138. Never heard of it. His second film earned 5 Academy Award nominations and was released in 1973. What was it? It was American Graffiti. So make your American Graffiti, honey. Maybe you're an artist. You need to continue to focus on your arts. Do you have faith in your arts? Maybe it's time for you to get your head out of these connections with other people and focus more on your arts and your creative expressions. Okay. Also, and I don't know if I've ever seen American Graffiti either. 1973. Excuse me, I just spilled coffee on my hand. Okay. 1973 coming through. 1, Magician, 9, Hermit, 7, Chariot again, and 3, Creative Power. So, I love this. You go from 1975, which is moving over the challenges, into moving into this very creative energy. Also, THX. Isn't THX that symbol that comes up and when you go to the movie theater, it's like boom and like silver and the big letters? Yeah. Something about sound, paying attention to the sound of spirit voice getting stronger for you, showing you what to create and what to let go of. We talked about being more in tune with the guidance from the vibration, that you're picking up on these vibrations with these connections. The other thing, 1138, 11. Looking like the straight ahead path. 3 + 8 makes what? Oh, another 11. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. You're in your power. You're manifesting. For some, you feel like you've been focused on these twin flame relationships for so long, and you're like, I'm going to dead that. I don't need that no more. But 1111 is looking like the lighted runway. And also, do you believe that just like you're getting the lighted runway, that the co-creative components, the external elements of your wish fulfillment, okay, of your purpose, of what you really want for your life, of whatever this truck is delivering to you, okay, that you love and you've created, is being guided down the runway of life right to you, just like you're being guided right down the runway of life to it, because that's what the heck is going on. Where is your faith? Where is your faith? Spirit is asking you again. So let's get into our 4th position. It says what you need to embrace and start is the 4 of Wands. And there's that 1111 energy again. So what you need to start and embrace, we have the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is a celebration. It's a reception. It's a reception of a happy union. So in a nutshell, while we're pulling out the clarifiers for it, this is saying, listen, invite only energies that help you solidify your higher vibration, right? Accept connections and experiences that raise your vibration and make you more solid in that. Clarifying this Four of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles. It's not about something you have to do. You don't have to do something. You just have to make sure you only decide to allow things that work and raise vibration for you, things that feel right for you. Okay, the Two of Swords, decisions that must be made. The King of Cups, from a place of emotional mastery, okay, in regards to somebody here who is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and the High Priestess here, intuition. So follow your intuition, use your emotional mastery, and make your choices on situations. When things come up in your life, you need to make your choices on things that are going to that you want to see solidified. The Page of Pentacles is the beginning of forming a new solid experience in your life. So friendships, relationships, business opportunities, anything. If it doesn't vibe with your spirit in a high, what do I tell you at the beginning of every freaking reading I do? If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. That is like major life guidance for someone here in this message. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it, because that shit ain't for you. Oh my goodness. Spirit, come through. So clear. All right. Why is the Four of Wands here in what you need to embrace or start, please and thank you? Why is the Four of Wands here? All right. From the signature series again. Ooh. Elevate or go to the same level. Once all options on and all lessons on the same level are completed, you must elevate. It's impossible to stay on the same level anymore. So what this is telling me is, honey, you're being initiated into a new day, a new experience. The experiences in this new day are not part of the old way. That's why last year, anything and anybody that wants to come up from your past, honey, I heard if they're not paying to play, they don't get no type of your energy. And if they're paying to play, they're only getting the energy, what you have for sale, what's your marketing, what is your commerce, okay? That's all they get. In other words, yeah, if you're from my past and you want to pay for a reading, hell yeah, I'll do your reading for you, but you're going to put that money down. You want to get your nails done? Sure, book your appointment, put your deposit down. You can do that. Oh, but you want to hang out and have drinks? Not happening. You want to come over to the house and kick it? Not happening. You want me to come to your birthday party? Not happening. If it didn't walk into 2022 with you, it really ain't got nothing to do with your moving forward. Leave that shit. It's so last year. All right. Let's dig deeper. From our fourth round of trivia, what is it you are to embrace and start? Clarify this Four of Wands, please and thank you. Here we go. All right. It is a device. Everybody has this except for me. It's an Apple Watch. I do not have an Apple Watch. I'm so cool on an Apple Watch. The phone is enough for me. But Apple Watch. This is what you're to start. Maybe I need to get me a freaking Apple Watch is what it's trying to say. But we're going to dig deeper because we're not surface people. All right. We're not surface people. We dig deep. All right. True or false? Am I just feeling so silly today? Yes. That's true. Okay. True or false? The first generation of Apple Watches had GPS built in. False. GPS was added in Series 2, and an altimeter was added in Series 3. What the hell is an altimeter? Hold on a second. I feel like it's about the altitude, but let's find out. Altimeter definition. An instrument for determining altitude attained, especially a barometric or radar device used on an aircraft. Dope! I love what I just channeled. So, the first connection didn't have no GPS in it. I told you for somebody, there's two connections in your past, and now there's a third in your hand, okay? For someone, there's a third in your hand now, okay? That, whatever this is about what you need to stop and what you need to release, okay? So this is about some connections to ones. In your first connection, there was no freaking GPS. You didn't understand your emotional guidance system, okay? By the time you got to the second connection, this sounds like my experience with all the women in my life. An altimeter was added. So by the time the second connection, you were more aware of, first off, where you are. Where you are. You knew where you wanted to go. You knew where you were. You had your GPS. So knowing where you are, where you want to go in the second connection, you had that. In the third connection, there's an altimeter added, which is now you have what we've been talking about, awareness of how high or low you are. What is your spiritual altitude? What is your frequency altitude? What is your vibrational altitude? In the third connection, you have your GPS. You know where you're at. You know where you're going. You have guidance on how to get there. The second, you have the altimeter now, okay? And the altimeter is helping you register what this frequency and vibration is really telling you. And it's added in series 3, okay? Because in the first connection, you didn't have none of it. In the second connection, all you knew was where you were and where you wanted to go and how to get there. In the third connection, you have this altitude meter. And so there's something here about that coming up. In your leveling up experience, you're going to be initiated into something new. I feel like with this high priestess, you can sense it, you can feel it. You don't know what it looks like yet, but you can sense it and you can feel it. Okay. In the multiple choice, which of these companies produced an Apple Watch model? Was it Cartier? Was it Hermes? Or was it Swatch? It was Hermes. It was number 2. So if somebody really likes Hermes, okay. Interesting. So something about the second connection created an Apple Watch model. The first, interesting. The first connection did not create their own Apple Watch. In other words, the first connection from the experience with you, they also had a chance to discover that there was a GPS and add it into their next experience. They did not do that. The second connection did. So something about the second connection, they found their GPS as well. Now, the third connection is Swatch. Sit back and watch is what I heard. Sit back and watch what the third connection do. Interesting. I love the way the message is channeled through. Oh my God, in a way that only I can do. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. The open-ended question for our 4th round of trivia. Who was the CEO of Apple that introduced the watch? It was Tim Cook. Honey, you cooked this shit up. Okay, you cooked this shit up in some sort of way. Tim. Tim, I got a friend named Tim. He's a sweetheart. Okay, he knew me from the beginning. And for us, there was something about complete, like we just knew that we were tribe from the beginning. You know, they vibed with me. Him and Rashad, they vibe with me. I vibe with them. They friends. Okay, so there's something here about friends being the dominant energy here. A lot of this is you think you're attracting romance, but you're actually attracting friendships. Okay, but these friendships are important because it's something of your own cooking. You've been making it. One moment, please. All right. Apple Watch. What I love what we just channeled off the Apple Watch. That's the first time we've had it on the show, so that was new shit. Let's go into your 5th position, which is the new day in the new way, and we have the moon there. So there's 2 things. You don't know exactly what the new day looks like. You ain't never been there yet, but you know you can trust your intuition. And now I won't be surprised if that came out, but if it doesn't, I'm seeing it now, and that's good enough. There's a card that we recently added after one of our readings, and it's the part 2 card. So if you remember the part 2 card, taking that intuition and running forward with it. In this new energy, you know there's another journey ahead of you. Look at the path, okay? But it's intuitively guided. Your intuition is calling you down this path, okay? You also know that if you turn around and go back to some emotional waters, if you turn around and go back to connections of the past, something gonna snap that ass. You got something waiting to pinch on you. You don't need to get pinched right now. There could be 2 loyal companions moving forward with you. Or is this moving through 2 energies, right? and letting those go, releasing them with the full moon energy. We just had the full moon. As a matter of fact, while I was having that little bonfire out back, I was like, oh, how convenient this is. They showed it to me while we're still under the energy of the full moon, because the full moon is a time to release. And so I released that energy back to the universe. Okay, so there's a release happening here, but there's also this release is happening so you can move forward down this journey, calling you forward in your intuition. You know you got to go, honey. Let's clarify the moon. Why is the moon here in the new way, in the new day? I hear no matter what you go through, you don't have to see nothing with your eyes. Your intuition will guide you in your new day. Now you have your spiritual GPS turned on. You have your spiritual altimeter turned on. You could tell, you know where you're at, you know where you're going. You can read the temperature and the vibration of the room, of the people, of the experience. You know that if it's low vibe, leave that shit to the side, flush it. It feels like shit, that's because it is, flush it, okay? You know, if it feels like bliss, do more of this. Let's clarify the moon. What do we have? We have the Queen of Wands. That's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, that's spiritual guidance, and that is also an apology. Okay, we also have the Hierophant. We have higher level commitment. We have Taurus, life lessons. We have the spiritual authority, and we have the Emperor in reverse. It came out in reverse. I'm gonna put it upright. Okay. So what I'm getting here, and we're going to move forward and clarify with some more just to confirm, but the bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands, and I'm looking at it and it's in reverse. So the Five of Wands, this is about, again, you moving away from challenges. For somebody here, you're literally being called to close out an experience where you might have been married to a spouse who was a masculine energy, somebody who was an Aries. Yeah, Spirit is telling you, let it go. Okay, close this situation out. Somebody, this person could try to come back around to you. I apologize. I miss our connection. You taught me so much, and we had so much fun together. Can we please try? The moon, go ghost on them. Interesting, because I was guided. I hadn't had somebody blocked from my phone. They had not been blocked from my phone. They thought they was blocked, but they wasn't blocked. I was guided to block and delete. So close out all contacts, close the connection all the way down. End the cycle. If you haven't, you need to end the cycle. Don't leave. This is not leaving any doors open. Clarify why the moon is here in the new way, in the new day. Yeah, there's a no going back to the past. No going back to the past. This is about you also in this. This is about you holding space for the connection that is truly meant for you, for your divine energy, okay? For your counterpart. For some of you, this is about holding space so you can go on and pursue your business and be a boss. And some of you, this is about you pursuing your spiritual pursuits and creating leaders in this, being a leader, spiritual leader, and doing what Spirit is guiding you and being the example for others along the way. The new day is, girl, you're so one in a million. You are, baby, you're the best I ever had. Somebody gonna come back and they want to try to tell you, or they're gonna try to come back. They're gonna wish they could come back and tell you how you're so one in a million. They ain't never gonna find nobody like you. Yeah, that's true. I know that. That's why I told you to honor the connection and do me right and be honest from the beginning. But you didn't fucking listen. You lied in my face. You lied in my face all the time. You want to take my place. You can't have that, because you know what? Now you could go ahead and call me a backstabber. I really don't give a fuck. Okay, that's how the feeling is. It's done. It's done. It's done. Closing out that cycle, releasing that whole cycle. Why? Because you're in your value. You're in your worth. Like I said, if something from your past want to come around and pay to support your businesses, they can pay to play, but they sure as hell can't play for free. You ain't got no free time. Yo, when you got some free time, I ain't got no free time. My time is paid. If you ain't paying for my time, you can get on down the fucking road with that shit, because I ain't got time for your ass. The only free time I got is for me and my spirit and maybe my family. Maybe specific ones in my family. My inner circle. That's it. The roots. That's it. Everybody else got to pay to play. That's it. That's how it works. The bottom of the Handmade Clarifier says, our cultural backgrounds are as diverse as our upbringing. I'm doing all I can to merge with you peacefully. Compromising. There you were, compromising yourself. And they're talking about cultural backgrounds, but I'm getting your spiritual backgrounds are too fucking diverse. Was you trying to entertain a connection with somebody who ain't even got a light on what your spirit is all about, who don't even understand how you operate in this? Yeah, no, that wasn't working for you. That wasn't going to land you in bliss. That was going to land you into frustration and feeling what? Feeling stuck. Feeling stuck to something that is not awakened, something or someone that is not awakened, not in that light, somebody who's still in their dark night. That's not for you. That's not your match. That's not what it's about. Okay. It's time for you to freaking elevate. You need to elevate. Okay. If it don't feel like bliss, what the fuck are you doing with it? Okay. Sis. In the new day, clarify the moon in the new way, in the new day, please and thank, trusting your intuition to guide you to anything you need to do. Spirit is going to guide you on what to create, because you're so 1 in a million, and what you creating is powerful. So if you're supposed to invest in relationships, if you're supposed to bed someone, love someone, marry someone, you're going to trust in spirit to guide you through it. You're going to trust in your intuition coming through for you like it always do. We have the actor here in the new way, in the new day. This is Steve Carroll. And I love, because we've had this card before, so I have some awesome stuff that's going to come out here in the new day. Carol's first room, true or false? First question, final round of trivia. True or false? Carol's first film role was in Little Miss Sunshine. False. Before that, Carol had been in Bruce Almighty, Anchorman, and the 40-Year-Old Virgin. So, before you could become Little Miss Sunshine, because in the new day, in the new way, you're Little Miss Sunshine. But before you could become Little Miss Sunshine, the first thing you had to do was become Bruce Almighty. You had to hear God's voice and act accordingly. Bruce Almighty. Now, in this other thing you had to do, there was 3 things you had to do. Another thing you had to do was anchor yourself in that energy. Again, the intuition is going to guide all your actions in the new energy. If it don't vibrate, if it don't meet the minimum on your altimeter, if it's not in your GPS, if it's not on the path on your GPS, you're not even going to look at it. If it's on the path to where you're going, you might pull over and take a stop for a minute. But if it's not at your destination, you're not staying long, because you got to go. Okay. Anchoring yourself in that Bruce Almighty energy where you hear God's voice. And the 40-Year-Old Virgin, honey, there's a period of celibacy here. There's a period of being on your own here. There's a 40-day period. Now, what I get with that is 40 days and nights in the desert. The Israelites wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, okay, to create stability in what? Their fucking faith. Where is your faith? So before you could come Little Miss Sunshine, you had to, first off, get in tune with your ability to call down the creative forces with Bruce Almighty energy of the universe, and how you were using them, and using God's voice and guidance to guide you through that. Okay. And anchoring yourself in that. You had to practice it. Remember in part 1, because we had the part 2 energy come through. In part 1, it was about learning who you are and what superpowers you have and how to use them. And when you first had them, they scared the shit out of you, and you didn't know what to do. And you're like, oh, I just want to be normal. No, the fuck you don't. By the end of part 1, you knew how to fly. You know how to use your spiritual powers. You knew who you were. You knew you was Superman, She-Ra. You knew you was, you knew what you was. You knew you was a god. You knew you was a goddess. You knew you was a powerful creator. You knew you had the support of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. You knew that you're a spiritual warrior. You knew you knew you were greatness. By the end of part 1. And it all came from this training of your intuition. You became stable in that. So, multiple choice. Which of these animated films did not make use of Carol's voice talents? Was it Despicable Me, Over the Hedge, or The Lorax? The animated film that did not make use of Carol's voice talents was The Lorax. So if you guess The Lorax, you're correct. Now, because Despicable Me made use of Carol's talents, what I'm channeling through is you had to find the shit and the seaweed at the bottom of your own spiritual tank, honey. It was necessary, but you did that. You found out all about your shadow. You found out the parts of yourself that you were resistant to, hating, not forgiving, all that. Over the Hedge. blockages and obstacles had to be overcome. This was about going where you had never gone before. In Over the Hedge, good thing I seen it. One thing that they just showed me is that the creatures, they ventured out where they had never been, where it was dangerous to be. The Lorax, this isn't about saving the earth. The earth is going to be fine. Because Steve Carroll's voice was not used there. I heard, where did I hear that from? One of the, I think it might have been another reader on YouTube. But anyway, somewhere I heard, what you think you're going to destroy a creation that shits crystals? The universe created this planet, okay? So God created this planet. You think that we're going to sit up here and we have to save planet Earth when we're like ants on it? And the Earth poops crystals and diamonds and platinum and gold. Girl, calm down. This isn't about you saving everything and everyone. This is about you saving yourself from what? Your despicable me. It's about you saving yourself from being trapped into the hedge, into your comfort zone. Get the fuck out your comfort zone, okay? In the new day, you're going to get out your comfort zone. You're not afraid of yourself. You're not self-defeating. Somebody here, this whole message is about you've been talking down on yourself for so long. Girl, now you singing, girl, you're so 1 in a million. And you're singing it to yourself, staring yourself in the eyes. You don't even have to blink. You really mean it. You found your value. You found your worth. You're honoring that, okay? In the opening question, our final question for our trivia today, what fictional paper company did Carol's character manage in The Office? It was Dunder Mifflin. The Office. There's something here about paper and The Office. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oh, okay. So what I got? Don't worry. I know you can't see what's coming down the road with the moon here. You don't know what's coming down the road. You're just trusting your intuition to move forward. There's this card. Let me see if I can find it. There's this card from the Affirmators deck, and it talks about be patient because, hold on. Let me just find it. I'm going to find it. Hold on a second. I got to give it to you because it's something about the processing of the paperwork in The Office. Okay, hold on. I'm going to find it. I'm not going to keep saying that. I'm going to find it. Because it's perfect. Where is it? It's not. No. Here it is. I love. It's a divine timing card. All right. This is it. So it says, everything is timing and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. That's what I got here with The Office. So divine timing is at play. You don't know what's coming. You don't know when it's going to come out. You don't know when it's going to happen. If you want your personal question right now, you better hurry up and get your donation in. Put your question in. Let me know where I can confirm your donation because this is reaching the end of this reading. Hurry up and get it in. If I start singing, if that rectangle ain't red, don't send your money unless you want a TikTok. And if you do, you better email me your question. Okay. So The Office gave me the energy of this card. Divine timing. You don't know what the divine time is that Spirit's going to bring you your divine counterpart or who they are, what they look like, all this other stuff, etc. You don't know when your dreams are going to show up. You don't know when this truck that mommy's driving to you is showing up. Mommy's driving you a truck. Oh, mommy in spirit is driving to our house. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Your mommy who's in spirit, she's sending you some sort of something to your house. Okay, I love. But you need to know that you can trust the divine schedule makers to know what they're doing, and it can take a long time to reach divine middle management. That's the card that they showed me. So that is the end of that. Let's do our postcard from spirit as our closing message for our general. If you are getting a personal reading, follow the directions below the video right now to the T, so that way I can get to your reading next. Other than that, we'll be complete after this message. So here we go. Dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again? Full circle. In ways you couldn't possibly have planned. You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in two directions. And the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle. And now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope, loving you always. So, cycles are changing. All that is happening. They talked about the unfamiliar path, the one that is unfamiliar to you. Okay? And we talked about get out of your comfort zone. Go do shit you ain't done before. Okay? So, let's see what we have today. I have yes, all the services are back to full price. So it's $10 US minimum. Okay. So Mustafa Pisces messaged me like we said he would. However, he didn't explain his disappearance. I responded back with sarcasm. What will he do next? And he come back around. So what will he do next? Let's look at Mustafa's ass. You still on Mustafa, girl. Let's see. What's going on with Mustafa? What will he do next? What will he do next? The magician. He's up to something. A magician. Honey, magician. The Seven of Cups, illusions. The sun. Trying to make you see what he wants you to see. And Temperance. And the Princess of Wands. Honey. He's going to try to I feel like he's going to try to pull the wool over your eyes. He's going to try to make you believe in some kind of illusion. Yeah, he's going to try to make you believe in some sort of illusion. He ain't explained where his disappearance was because he don't feel like he need to explain to you. All right, that's what I have for you, my dear. I hope that helps you. If you need more, if you have another question, go ahead and get a personal. Maybe you need a whole video about Mustafa because you always getting single questions about Mustafa. Anyways, either ways, I'm so thankful and grateful to help you. That's what I got. Well, you can expect him to do magician energy. The magician is a trickster, baby. They tell you what you need to hear to get what they want. He'll do everything and use all his resources in his power to get what he wants. That's what the magician does. So in a light vibration, yeah, you do whatever you need to do to get what you want. You use your resources to get what you want. You want a personal, go to the website, make your purchase, we'll make it happen. This is what I have for you today. Thank you all for your love and peace and happiness. Until next time, sending you so much of that as well. Because I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through. Called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby.